Welcome to Star Sign Horoscopes, presented by Astrology Hub. This is your place to discover how each zodiac sign can work with this week's astrology. I am your host, Jamie Magee, an astrologer, author, and a member of the production team here at Astrology Hub, and I am really excited to dive into this week's astrology with you.
Hi, astrology lovers. Welcome to Star Sign Horoscopes. I am your astrologer, Jamie Magee, and today we're going to be taking a look at the astrology for October 21st through the 27th. I do hope you're having a great week out there. Thank you so much for tuning in. I'd love to know where you are tuning in from. All right, so this is a packed cosmic week. I'm sure many of you have already sensed or are experiencing some of the shifts that are about to unfold. Now, first of all, we have Venus conjunct the Sun. Well, they're going to meet in Libra at the final degree and start a new cycle, and then they will walk hand in hand into Scorpio. Now, this is a rich energy that may feel like a crisis point, or in other words, a reason to commit or adjust what you give your loyalty to. So kind of think about that. Now, this week's partial solar eclipse will emphasize this energy. Themes around values, intimacy, vulnerability, and a strong impulse to take action is definitely going to be hard to miss. Now, we'll talk about where you may sense this energy as we move into each of the signs. Now, to add to this energy, we have Mercury in trine with Saturn, structure, and Mars, courage, and squaring Pluto, transformational experiences. So I want you to sit with that thought for a second. How can you communicate with courage and approach needed changes so you can reach transformation? Now, speaking of Saturn, he will move direct this week, awakening stories you had as this year began. The question is, do you have the foundation that you need to move forward? If not, what action can you take to get this structure and foundation rolling forward? Now, there's a lot to think about and a lot to work with this week, so let's get ready to dive in. Okay, Scorpio, let's take a look at your week. Now, Scorpio, your top three focuses are going to be 1, committing to expressing your individuality. 2, activating changes at your roots, your foundations. And 3, finding strength within. Now, let's talk about why these are your top 3. So first of all, happy birthday month, Scorpio. I have no doubt it's going to be one to remember. Now, this week is packed with a deep commitments and new beginnings and endings all at the same time for you. Now, in many ways, this is a theme that you have been carrying out already and you will carry into the next year. Now, though it's hard to see where you are going from this point, it's important to trust that stirring that you feel deep within. You're finding the courage to break out of the past and move forward with an established personal foundation, personal boundaries that can really support you. Now, change is not something that you are fond of, especially changes that you did not anticipate or invite in. But right now, your most powerful asset is being open to change. No matter how scary or exciting it may be open to it. Trust that you are on time, perfectly positioned for the leap of faith that is needed from you right now. I do hope you have a great week. I look forward to seeing you next time. Okay, Sagittarius, let's take a look at your week. Now, Sagittarius, your top 3 focuses are going to be 1, endings and beginnings. 2, speaking your truth. And 3, committing to supporting your roots. Now, let's talk about why these are your top 3. Now, this is a time of year when the universe asks you to look inward and reflect on how far you've come. More importantly, it's a time of year to reflect on your personal truth, that inner faith. Now, knowing what sits right with your soul is going to help you understand where you need to go from this point. Now, some themes in your life are ready to fade while others are preparing to beam through your self-expression. When you are given the opportunity to speak your mind this week, I want you to share your truth, but I also want you to do it with kindness. I want you to do it in the way that you would want to receive the news that you are giving to others, because you're going to have that karmic circle come back around to you. Now, what's decided or planned needs to align with your value system. So really connect with what that is. Ensuring that you're in alignment will help you connect to those who are on the same path, who have that same truth and that same vision. So I want you to think back to the vision you had as this year began. What do you need to be in alignment with those goals? How far have you gotten and what's left to do? All right. I do hope you have a good week. I'll see you next time. Okay, Capricorn, let's take a look at your week. Now, Capricorn, your top three focuses are going to be one, sharing your creations, two, shifting values, three, committing to your message. Now, let's talk about why. Now, Capricorn, you have had an intense focus on your health and your wealth in recent weeks. This week, you may feel as if you've hit a crisis point, a need to commit to the path that you were on or drastically change the path that you are on and the goals that you have. No matter your choice, a deep hunger to share your creations or chase your dreams is going to be really hard for you to miss. Now, would be a really good time to focus on those that you want in your inner circle, those that you want to stand shoulder to shoulder with. Understanding who this will be may have you reflecting on your values and the reason that you began the journey you're on in the first place. Connecting with your beginning will help you fortify the pathway forward. Revisions are not setbacks, so please keep that in mind. More so, they are giant leaps forward that are going to give a gift to your future self. So kind of think about that anytime you revise or rebuild something in the coming weeks. It's definitely going to help you commit to your message and the world that you're building around you. I do hope you have a good one. I'll see you next time. Okay, Aquarius, let's take a look at your week. Now, Aquarius, your top three focuses are going to be one, your career and reputation, two, expressing your convictions, three, breaking routines and committing to your values. So let's talk about why these are your top three. All right, so Aquarius, you've been working toward mastery in many areas of your life. You are reaching a point where you're ready to share what you've been mastering with others. Unveiling this side of yourself will offer a rush that's really hard to define, mostly because you understand that stepping out into the world this way is going to spark endings and exciting new adventures at the same time. It really does take a lot of courage to share convictions that connect with your soul and your purpose. Now, when faced with self-doubt, I want you to lift your head and trust that your story will help others battle through their personal dark night of the soul when they reach it. Healers have to heal themselves first. Often teachers, learn from their students. So expect to learn as you share and keep integrating lessons that you've been working on since the start of this year. This will naturally help you fortify your values and the path that you're on. I think that you will find that this is the greatest investment, or rather the greatest investment that you could ever make is in yourself. I do hope you have a great week. I'll see you next time. Okay, Pisces, let's take a look at your week. Now, Pisces, your top three focuses are going to be one, a hunger for wisdom, two, clarity on what needs to end, and three, simplifying. So let's talk about why these are your top three. Now, a hunger to understand what's unseen but felt at a soul deep level is a notion you have always been aware of, Pisces. You have a personal escape that helps you uncoil and connect with something that is definitely bigger than yourself. Now, the desire to understand this connection will deepen in the coming weeks. This is a good time to connect with what really matters to you and to remind yourself why you do what you do or why you are not doing what you want to do. This process will help you understand what needs to end, or rather, what's holding you back from building a life that you do not need to escape from. Now, the next step, Pisces, is to simplify, to begin to remove the noise and the distractions from your life. Once you do this, clarity will come within and in turn will flood out into your life. I do hope you have a great week. I'll see you next time. Okay, Aries, let's take a look at your week. Now, Aries, your top three focuses are going to be one, the salvation of intimacy, two, understanding the complexity of words, and three, choosing allies. So let's talk about why. Now, connecting one-to-one has had your attention for a while now, Aries. However, you keep these relationships on a surface level, agreeing to hold up terms, but really not much more than that. This week, the desire to deepen the bonds that mean the most to you will really make itself known. In many ways, you're looking for a reflection, a connection, an ally that you can weather the storm of life with. Now, for this bond to occur, you'll need to look beyond what's being said. The truth is between the lines, and it will take a lot of courage and desire to build something that lasts within these partnerships. Now, often our partnerships and allies shape how the world knows us. They help build our reputation. This is why the path you are on will transform you on a public level as well, like how people know you. So choosing your allies and partnerships is a task you want to do with a lot of deep contemplation and thought. It's a journey that will help you understand what your values are and how you can support them. I do hope you have a great week, Aries. Okay, Taurus, let's take a look at your week. Now, Taurus, your top three focuses are going to be one, seeking bonded partnerships, two, your values and reputation, and three, strengthening your vitality. So let's talk about why. Now, Taurus, this week is charged with energy that you are going to sense at every corner of your life. You have a deep desire to bond with partners that will stand shoulder to shoulder with you as you face your personal changing world. Now, to find that level of commitment, you will have to understand what your values are and how they define you. Knowing this, letting it really clearly express itself in your life will attract those partnerships and commitments that you're looking for right now. Now, for months, you felt stalled in your approach to the world, possibly with a career or a reputation, something with authority figures, possibly your parents. The gears will feel as if they're starting to move again this week, or you may sense that they soon will. So I want you to think back to the goals you had at the beginning of the year. What have you learned or shared? Are you in alignment with your convictions? Follow these questions, Taurus, and you will activate change both within and without. I do hope you have a great week. I'll see you next time. Okay, Gemini, let's take a look at your week. Now, Gemini, your top three focuses are simple but complicated: your work, your passions, and your convictions. Let's talk about why. Now, Gemini, it is the work that we do before we step out into the world that matters the most. It is the space before the light comes that we find our truth and the reason for what we do and why we do it in the first place. This is the space that you are in now. You have a hunger to release what's holding you back when it comes to your rituals, your work, and your health. If you're not aware of this hunger or this sensation in your life, I definitely encourage you to look deeper. Notice your triggers. Notice how well you feel in your body. Taking tiny steps to build a better system to support your life is what is required of you right now. Without this action, what you are passionate about, where it can take you in this world, and your overall vitality is going to be challenged. So I really want you to think about these steps and how you can improve your path. This week, your job is to make yourself a priority. Seek ways to balance your mind and body so that you can really follow your heart and your purpose. I do hope you have a great week. We'll see you next time. Okay, Cancer, let's take a look at your week. Now, Cancer, your top three focuses are going to be one, a hunger for joy, two, connecting to your soul, and three, transforming partnerships. Let's talk about why. Now, when the sun is in the sign of Scorpio, what you love without reason is illuminated. There's an unexplainable desire to merge with what fills your heart. This year, that notion is amplified. You're in a space that's inviting you to surrender something that's connected to your heart. This surrender is making space for others to see and experience something that you have created, something that you love without condition. This is a very delicate, beautiful time that will dig deep into your emotions and remind you of how far you've come and what's left on your journey. Now, trusting yourself or the path that's before you will invite in a deep, powerful transformation. It will also help attract the partnerships and devotions that you are seeking. It's time for the world to see how beautiful your heart and creations are, Cancer. Trust that you are ready. I hope you have a great week. I'll see you next time. Okay, Leo, let's take a look at your week. Now, Leo, your top three focuses are going to be one, deepening bonds at your roots, two, speaking your heart, and three, transforming your rituals. Let's talk about why. Now, Leo, this is a time of year where you are naturally in tune with your home, your family, your roots, that ancestral energy. This year, it could feel a little bit different. Though you are deeply bonded and hunger to hold on to the connections that you have, you are sensing that you are needed on the world stage. When pulled in two different directions, communication is the medicine that both sides need. Though partnerships and allies alike may push back on your plans, it's important for you to hear their side and also express why you are doing what you are doing. This action will help you activate a change in your rituals that will ultimately support this balance that you're seeking right now. Now, change is often the most challenging when it's not our idea to change. If you feel challenged this week, Leo, think of the long range plans that you have. These are the steps that you need to take in order to reach them. It's also going to help you understand that though change seems sudden, you have probably felt this coming on some level, and allowing it to unfold naturally is going to help you step closer to your dreams and ambitions. I do hope you have a great week. I'll see you next time. Okay, Virgo, let's take a look at your week. Now, Virgo, your top three focuses are going to be one, thinking locally, two, your rituals, three, health and wealth. Let's talk about why. Now, Virgo, you may feel as if you are in a calm before a storm. In many ways, this is true, but keep in mind, it's not the storm that matters, but how we prepare and how we weather through it that matters. Right now, you have the desire to hold on to what feels safe. However, the universe is asking you to let go and grow in a new direction. Now, to fully trust this invitation, you will naturally review your values, your work, and that sense of purpose. Now, you may find challenges within or without as you dance with your personal discernment. But ultimately, Virgo, you will discover you have the foundations and courage you need to become a master, to grow out into the world and share your gifts. Trust that you are ready, and the path that you need to take will reveal itself in one way or another. I do hope you have a good week. I'll see you next time. Okay, Libra, let's take a look at your week. Now, Libra, your top three focuses are going to be one, your individuality, two, your creativity, and three, your values. So let's talk about why. Now, Libra, right now, you have a hunger to confidently open new chapters in your life. You are pulled to structure what you've created and build goals that you had once the year started. You are fearless when it comes to stepping into these new horizons. However, it's the cost of these actions that's giving you a little bit of hesitation. Now, I do encourage you to be a little bit conservative, because by doing so, you're going to attract more of what's important, like that bottom line. At least that game plan has really been working for you so far. Now, at the same time, the investment in yourself is going to be hard to resist. So when making decisions about what step to take, try to take the middle road. Do not spend more than you can afford to lose, and do not hold back so much that your growth is stalled. Be open to change, and you will find a way to support the past, present, and future. I do hope you have a great week. I'll see you next time. Okay, that's all the signs. I do hope you found some valuable tips and insights about how you can work with this week's very, very busy cosmic energy. I also want to make sure that you guys are checking out the show notes underneath this broadcast. There is a link to a free report that's all about your sun, moon, and rising. To get it, all you need to do is go to astrologyhub.com/sun, moon, and rising. Again, that link is in the show notes underneath this broadcast, astrologyhub.com/sun, moon, and rising. All right, I'll see you next week.
Are you looking for personalized guidance? Do you have questions about what you're meant to do and be in this lifetime? What you need in intimate relationships to really thrive? Or what major themes you'll be working with in the months to come? If you answered yes to any of these questions, you'll want to check out our personalized character and destiny and year ahead reports. These reports are perfect for you if you want professional insight into your astrology chart or year ahead. Written by internationally renowned astrologer Adrian Ross Duncan. Your character and destiny report provides deep insight into who you are and what you came here to do. your biggest strengths and challenges, and how your astrological design impacts your career and relationships. The Essential Year Ahead Report gives you insights into the major themes you'll be exploring in your career, your love life, personal development, and much more. For only $37, you can get your personalized astrology report delivered straight to your inbox within minutes. Just go to astrologyhub.com/reports to get yours today. That's astrologyhub.com/reports.
Thank you for listening to Astrology Hub Star Sign Horoscopes. If you'd like to easily jump to your personal horoscope, sign up to get a timestamped star sign episode emailed to you each Friday. Go to astrologyhub.com/star signs and sign up now. That's astrologyhub.com/star signs.